I say that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around.
Are you free?
I saw it. It was like it was twisting and fighting for its life.
We commend the souls of these hundreds of children. And Lord, we pray to end abortion.
I really appreciate what you've done for us. I'll not forget it.
22,000 abortions. How do I even comprehend that?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Tatumeister here, with a very special movie review. Yes, Unplanned. From the great people that made God's Not Dead. I forget their names, hold on. Yes, Chuck Kazalman and Gary Solomon, the guys who wrote God's Not Dead, wrote, produced, and directed this new Christian movie. Well, if you want to call that. It's not really this isn't really a Christian movie at all. In fact, this is one of the most important films to come out in a while, because this is about abortion. And it's a subject matter that isn't touched upon a lot in movies. And I'm really glad this movie went the extra mile when it came to abortion. It really did a good job. These guys really are great. If you guys watch God's Not Dead, I think God's Not Dead is one of the best movies, not just Christian movies, one of the best movies ever made. God's Not Dead, the first one, is a classic, in my opinion. I've watched it like 3 times. And I was really excited to see what these guys were going to do with this. This is an adaptation of the book Unplanned, written by Abby Johnson, based on a true story. This is all a true story about Abby Johnson and how she became a great Christian and repented and from Planned Parenthood. She used to be the director of a Planned Parenthood clinic, and this is the story of how she changed and became against them and like, oh no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Overall, guys, this movie was really good. I was really surprised. I mean, it's not like God's Not Dead level good, because I was expecting that because it was the same guys that made that, the guys that wrote it. But it was actually really good, surprisingly. I mean, I was actually impressed. It got me emotional at points. Like the actor that plays Abby Johnson in this movie, forget her name, Ashley Brashner. Geez, her performance in this movie was fantastic. Like, bro, I really got emotional. I almost teared up at a couple of parts. Her acting skills in this movie was unbelievable. Like, this girl needs to be in more movies. Like, what the heck, Hollywood? What are you doing? Get this girl in some more movies. Like, bro, PureFlix they're gonna recast this girl like all the time. Like, geez, this lady is phenomenal. She just cried like emotionally, and like she got like super like dramatic, and she was great. I mean, the other actors were good too. So I'm gonna get into most of the positives. I'm gonna get into some of the negatives, because this is definitely not a flawless film. There's definitely some weird cliches in this movie I'm gonna get into, but let's just talk about the positives. So the positives is, this is a great movie. I think this is a very important movie for people to watch, because this really gets into like abortion a lot. And like I said, a lot of movies don't do that. This is definitely an important movie nowadays, because it shows what abortion is. This is, by the way, this is another big movie, because this is the first rated R PureFlix movie. Yeah, you heard me right. First rated R PureFlix movie. PureFlix has never distributed a rated R movie. This is the first one. Well, there's a theory going around that it was rated R because, you know, they wanted to keep people from watching it. And I kind of agree with that theory. I think that because when I watched it, it really wasn't as rated R as I thought. I thought there was going to be a lot more dead babies, a lot more graphic stuff in it, but it really wasn't like that. I mean, there was one big graphic scene at the beginning where they show the abortion, and that wasn't that graphic. And then there's another scene, and like there's going to be a couple spoilers. These aren't really spoilers, it's just the beginning of the movie, where like Abby has to have an abortion. It's about her having the abortion, and they show like her graphic blood coming out of her, you know, thing. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a little cringy, a little gory, but it really wasn't as rated R as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting more like dead babies and crap, but it really wasn't like that at all. It was a lot less graphic than I was expecting. And for a rated R movie, it's pretty low tone compared to like Passion of the Christ. I mean, or Hacksaw Ridge. I mean, you go watch Hacksaw Ridge, you'll be I mean, really, that's a rated R movie. Yeah, okay, I believe that's a rated R movie, but this wasn't really like that. I mean, this was definitely a lot less, you know, rated R than Hacksaw Ridge and Passion of the Christ. And I mean, Hacksaw Ridge and Passion of the Christ are amazing films. So yeah, obviously this was, I mean, I wouldn't say this is an amazing film. It's definitely a really good film. Definitely an important film, because this really does dive deep into abortion. Like I said, like I've said multiple times, a lot of movies don't do that. They show the abortions when they, like, how they actually happen. They they don't shy away from this stuff, guys. Like this is like a really dark movie. Like abortions are like the first half of the movie is all about abortion. Like it's literally them talking about abortion and stuff. And it's crazy. I mean, it's a very good informative movie for people to watch. That yeah, abortions aren't as good as you think they are, bro. Like this is not shying away. This is showing all the bad stuff they don't talk about when it comes to abortion. Like, bro, abortion ain't good, and this movie definitely shows abortion ain't good. You guys need to get that through your heads. But anyway, so I know that's a very conflicting opinion. People are like, oh, Tate, you're pro-life. Well, I shouldn't listen to your opinion. Well, I'm just saying this is a very important, informative movie for people to watch and be like, wow, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe abortions are actually bad. It's definitely an important movie for that. But anyway, so let me get some more positives. There's the second half of the movie is more. The first half is all about Abby and how she was part of Planned Parenthood, and she's like really into it, and she's like killing all these, really performing all these abortions, not knowing that it's actually bad. And the second half is her finding out, oh wow, I was wrong. I made a terrible mistake. What have I been doing? This is horrible. And how she's against them, and then Planned Parenthood's like, what are you doing? We're gonna sue you. You're gonna expose us and crap. So they could take her to court, but that court didn't last that long. By the way, the lawyer in this movie is the best character. Hands down, best character in the movie. Unfortunately, the lawyer wasn't in this movie that long. I forget his name in the movie. Go back here real quick. What's his name? Doesn't really say what his name is. Okay. Well, the point is the lawyer in this movie is really funny. He's a really great character. And now we're going to get into some negatives. Now, this is by far not the best Christian movie. Well, like I said, this isn't really a Christian movie. It's definitely a more abortion-themed movie. But this is definitely not a flawless movie. For one reason being, I definitely think my biggest gripe of the movie is they didn't focus on Abby after she found out that the abortions were bad. Most of the first half of the movie is just her, like, being in Planned Parenthood and showing all the stuff she did. And I'm kind of like, it would have been nice to see more of, like, the second half, like the last 30 minutes of the movie where she's good and she's helping people and she's telling them, hey, there's other choices. Like, I would have liked to see more of that. Unfortunately, we don't get much of that because most of the movie is focused on her before she's, become a good person. And she's like, and there's this weird, like, scene where it's like, oh, yeah, there's, like, this light music playing where the, like, hurricane whatever came in, and she's like, they're playing this, like, the light music. Oh, yeah, I'm killing babies, oop you, like, this nice light music when that's going on. I'm like, why are you playing this music when she's killing all these babies? Like, that's not appropriate music to be playing in that scene. She should be playing, like, some darkly, gloomy music. You shouldn't be playing some light, happy music when that's going on. Okay, that was kind of weird, but I don't know why the director decided to play those light, happy music. Oh yeah, I'm helping all these people kill their babies and all at the same time. Hooray! Like, why are you playing this music right here? Like, I don't know. It was kind of funny. I'm like, bro, that's not the type of music you should be playing in that scene. But whatever. Okay. Because yeah, there's a scene where she has to perform all these abortions in like one day because of the hurricane, and then they're playing this light, happy music when that's going on. Like, why are you playing this light, happy music when that's going on? That's not good. All right, whatever. So, yeah, that was kind of weird. And then another thing, there's another thing in the movie where, like, towards the end where they have this court, they have a court battle, and, you're gonna be really excited, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna have this epic court battle, and she's gonna fight them, and, like, the lawyer and them are gonna go back and forth. This is gonna be crazy. But that is not what happened at all. In fact, they completely skip that part and make a joke about it, which I don't know if I agree with that or not. I kind of would have liked to seen the court scene. The court scene would have been pretty epic, honestly, and I thought probably would have elevated this movie even higher if we got that epic court scene. But I guess it wasn't. I guess the point wasn't as epic. It was trying to make a joke because that's a cliche in most movies. Is that they had, like in God's Not. That was my problem with God's Not Dead too. Is that they had this cliche court sequence thing like in every freaking movie you see. Oh, we're gonna battle the sue you and yada yada, like the cliche court scene they'd seen. They didn't have it in this one, so I guess that was the point. They made a joke out of it. Like Abby's narrating the movie. The actress is also narrating the movie. And she's like, she made a joke like, oh yeah, you thought there was gonna be this epic court battle scene, but really it was just done in 58 minutes. I'm like, oh okay, well this takes away the fun of it. I was pretty excited to see that scene. All right, well whatever. Why'd you hype up that scene if you weren't even gonna do it? Okay, whatever. Like honestly, that was kind of annoying, but I guess they were running out of time. If they made the movie longer or maybe had focused on that second half, like I said, that was a big gripe of the movie. I feel like they should have focused more on Abby, after she became a good person and, realized abortion was bad. That they should have focused on that part a little more than her in the apparent Planned Parenthood. It's like, I don't know. Some people are gonna get the wrong idea. Like, I don't know. I know that this isn't about glorifying abortion. It's definitely anti-abortion movie. I mean, geez, they make it look like this terrible thing. It is a terrible thing, and I'm glad this movie exists because it shows, hey, abortion's bad. Like, what are y'all doing? What this is terrible. Why do you keep choosing to do this? Like, but anyway. In fact, this is one scene where like they have the barrels of like the dead babies and then they pray over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's terrible. Like they put it in barrels. Like what the heck? This is terrible. But anyway, but yeah, what do I think of the movie? It was pretty good. I definitely think it was better than a lot of movies that have come out this year. I mean, excluding Alita. Alita's still the best movie of the year, but I'd say this is probably like 3 or 4 in the list. It's not like gonna blow your mind. It's a good for what it is. It's a very important film. I definitely recommend you guys go see it because it definitely is an informative, important film about abortion. And like I said, lots of movies don't talk about that subject, and I'm glad this movie exists because, wow, a movie talking about abortion, that's great. Wow, we should have more movies like this. Like, really? Why aren't there more of them? I guess because they just don't care about them. I don't freaking know. But overall, guys, I think this is a great movie, and I'm going to give it a rating of 8.2. It's really good, but it's got its flaws. I do think, you know, there are some parts you're going to get emotional at. It's definitely a very emotionally driven story about Abby. And I'm really, I just, my gripe was, like I said, they focused too much on Abby being a bad person in the first half, and I didn't like those parts. I kind of wish they focused more on her redemption arc and, like, what she did after she found out abortion was bad, and her helping people and stuff. But they didn't focus on that part too much, and that kind of pissed me off. Like, bro, I like to see that. I don't want to see her being this villain, like, killing all these babies and crap. Like, bro, I want to see her as the good person. Like, why you keep showing this stuff? I don't know. It kind of made her out like an asshole in the first half. Like, bro, I don't want to see her as an asshole. I want to see her as a good person. But whatever. that was my gripe. I guess another gripe I had with it was kind of cliche at parts. Like, you know, it was kind of a cliche, goofy, like, not as easy to follow movie. But like I said, it's still a really important film. That's why I'm giving it a high rating, because it's definitely a very important film for this generation. This is a movie that I recommend you see, because you need to know how bad abortion is. And people don't know how bad abortion is. They just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. It's no problem. No, it's not like that. This movie clearly shows it's not that great. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you on the next exciting movie review or whatever you gotta do. Bye-bye.